Alright, hey, a rumor I can get behind. Ming-Chi Kuo, an often reliable leaker of Apple news. I apologize, I probably mispronounced his name. Don't care, this is exciting. Not every day Apple introduces a whole new product lineup, and it sounds like the next one is not too far away at all. I heard a couple rumors of this, but of course I didn't believe any of it. It sounded sketchy, and it didn't really sound like something Apple would need to get into, but now this is apparently more than 50% likely happening at the next Worldwide Developers Conference. Just next month. In June. Apple is working on a smart speaker. Yeah, that's kind of different for them, isn't it? Haven't really done anything like that before. And of course, I have a ton of questions. And I'm sure the biggest one at the front of everyone's mind is you're gonna have to completely overhaul Siri if you're going to put her in a standalone device with no screen, just a speaker that you talk to. Yeah, that's pretty ambitious given Siri is kind of behind the times compared to other digital assistants. Alexa and the Google Assistant, they're pretty smart. They're understanding continuity. They're growing intelligence on a day-to-day basis. I guess Siri isn't the worst. Bixby's kind of not there yet at all. Kind of embarrassing. Like, why did you ship that, Samsung? But still, Siri has a long way to go. However, the reason in the past I thought Apple would not be interested in making a smart speaker was because Siri is the most accessible digital assistant. Siri is on your Apple Watch, your phone, your tablet, your Mac, and even your TV. So what's the point in making a whole new product just for Siri? I don't know, but Apple thinks there is a point, so I'm very curious to hear what it is. And since this is the Worldwide Developers Conference, this is the focus on new software updates coming to all of their devices. This means watchOS 4, macOS, whatever, iOS 11, and tvOS 11 will all be introduced with new features. I have no clue what they're going to add to the watch. Very little things I can think of. iOS 11 is a complete wild card. We have no rumors. It might be minor or it could be major. They might completely redesign the OS. We have no clue. Operating system overhauls are fairly hard to leak. So this rumor reports that the smart speaker Apple is working kind of looks like a Mac Pro, you know, because people love that hardware design so much. Apple was like, huh, well, they don't like it as a computer. Sure does look cool. Can we make it a speaker? And the design team was like, sure, why not? If everyone hates the trash can, let's make something useful out of it. So since they're redesigning the Mac Pro for next year, now we'll get the old Mac Pro design to be the smart speaker for Apple. So who knew? Kuo has said that this is likely to cost more than the Amazon competitor, the Amazon Echo, which prices at $179, which I found completely unshocking. That the Apple alternative will cost more money? Who knew? My guess is gonna be $250 to $300. It's a smart speaker. Typically, these are stationary. I would be very shocked if Apple made it portable. I want it to be portable, but I just don't think Apple will do that. I think they're going for quality, which means you have to plug it into the wall. But still, I don't think people are willing to spend $400 on a smart speaker. Although we are dealing with Apple Sheep here, so they might even go that route. But my hope is $250 to $300. That's my guess. It's rumored to have one giant subwoofer with 7 tweeters, which are just little speakers that create all of that beautiful sounding quality you hear. And if it's like the Mac Pro design, it will be in all directions, so covering the whole room. So very similar to the Amazon Echo, just it'll probably look a bit more premium and have Apple's own twist to it. It won't be like as plasticky. I'm of course expecting a W1 chip for easy setting up. That's one thing I remember with the Amazon Echo is it was kind of complicated to set up, like connecting it to your Wi-Fi, downloading the app and all that. I would love it if you could just hit the on button, not even that, just plug it in and then it would pop up on your iPhone. You could just hit connect, it would be that simple. Of course, AirPlay would be the primary way of playing music out of it. But the one thing I'm worried about is the feature is already kind of complicated. There's several times I've been using my tech and I would say that term, I would say that phrase, and it would trigger my Apple Watch, but I wanted it to be my iPhone. And we have our iPads too. So it's like, we have all these things that activate to that phrase. Are we gonna have a smart speaker that also does that? It's gonna be very confusing for our tech ecosystem to be like, I want to talk to my speaker, but my phone activated. And now I want to talk to my phone, but my watch activated. It's gonna get a little messy. I hope Apple's working on that. And of course, with the new refresh of all these operating systems, I really hope Siri becomes the best digital assistant on the market with this update. Make her understand continuity. Make her understand things we don't even think to ask. Just completely overhaul her, because right now she's pretty basic, not that fancy at all. But of course, I'm really excited to see just a whole new product lineup from Apple, to see their take on this growing fad as Google and Amazon are a part of it. And I think Apple is predicting that Samsung is going to enter this field. Microsoft is likely going to enter this field with Cortana. So there's just like, okay, every major tech company going to have a little speaker that talks to you. We better get into this game. Apple Apple's gonna have the most pricey one, but let's hope it'll be the best. And I'm very interested to see all of you Instagram concept artists design your Mac Pro-like smart speaker, because this news is still fairly recent, so I don't expect much right now, but very curious to see it. I'd like to see you guys get on that. I wish I had the talent of those Photoshop guys. Like, what they can make in a program is just incredible. Anyway, let's hope it comes in matte black, in product red. Maybe they'll partner with Beats or something. They do own them. Wouldn't be too interested in a jet black speaker just because there's a lot of grills, but maybe that would look cool. It depends on where the grills are. I don't know, but it also collects a lot of fingerprints. So matte black, product red, gold, rose gold speakers, I guess. I don't know. Very curious. This is kind of a surprise wild card that we haven't really heard about this news, and it's just picking up rumor hype train stuff like a month before its release. How neat is that, huh? Okay. Definitely expect me to be buying it and reviewing it for you all, no matter how pointless I think it is. Believe it or not, after that last video, I am still the Apple sheep. They are king here, and I wasn't really interested in smart speakers before, but usually when Apple enters a field, I suddenly become interested in it. So maybe I ought to test the Echo and the Google Home. Then we'll have all these different speakers to compare. This is your Apple sheep here, and I will see you in the next one. Now we'll get the old Mac Pro design to be made. Now we'll get the old Mac Pro design.